Hey guys, in this video we are exploring a quick tutorial on how can you use the TrendWave indicator, which is basically our in-house indicator over here. It's called TrendWave. Decode the waves, master the trade. Now this is something we created in-house, which is scripted through a confluence, a few different confluences here and parameters which help people find those buy-in signals and also those sell signals. It helps trigger the long positions and the short positions in the market, and this can be easily integrated with your TradingView software. So I want to show you guys how you can actually use it realistically in a sort of day-to-day basis. If you are someone that is trading and you're looking for extra support there, which can increase potentially your gains in the crypto market. Now, of course, trading is risky. Never trade more than you can afford to lose. We'll create this spreadsheet as well and try and identify these longs and shorts that TrendWave has also given, right? So let's just have a little look at it. How does it firstly look and feel? Well, we can see that you've got right here how it looks. You've got these kind of red ribbons at the top, green ribbons at the bottom. And like I say, it really filters through a bunch of different confluences. One of them actually being, a big one is the relative strength index, which a lot of us have used in the past and back tested, and RSI can be a very, very good indicator on some occasions. So firstly, pricing monthly, $27. Crypto Legend included in the membership of the Patreon, which is right here, will be free. So you're going to get the indicator for free if you become a patron, and then yearly, of course, is like $300 right here as well. So let's just have a look how it looks. So we're looking at the Solana charts. I'm going to remove TrendWave, and this is just how Solana charts would look without. We can actually use this one here. Maybe it's got a bit more sort of information on it on a charting basis, but this is how it would typically look without the TrendWave indicator activated. So it's actually an indicator that you would import by a script. You can see we've got the TrendWave down here, and this is accessible to anyone who is a patron or who has, of course, signed up to the TrendWave indicator. Now, looking at Solana, we can see right now there's no sort of indicator activated. We're only looking at the relative strength index, which is just down below. Now, if I was to flash this on, because we do have the TrendWave indicator here imported at the bottom, we're going to start to see all of these different kind of arrows appear on the screen. Now, if we were to look at TrendWave, and let's say we were trying to do a big buy, or we wanted to hold a dollar cost averaging, or we wanted to do a short position, what we're going to get is two different things happen. You're going to get a green rectangle, which signifies a long position, and this is then followed up with a blue X, which signifies to close that long position. And on the contrary, you're going to get a red box or little ticker, an arrow point up, which signifies, okay, it could be a good time to go short. This is also followed up with a red X, which then reflects that it's time to close that short position. So we could use, for example, maybe some of the volatility around here. We're on the daily time frame, and I'm going to remove all of the previous charting that I put here. We're just going to follow TrendWave alone. Now, the first one, it signifies to open at $9.81. We can go in here, and it's told us to open along at $9.81. Looking at Solana, it then tells us to close at $17.45, which is absolutely insane. That's a huge profit, right? So the profit on that one was a yes. I'm just going to look through at 5 and see if how many of them are successful. You can see here, this one told us to go long at $15.57. So this is where you'd go long on an exchange at $15.57. Then you'd close that position at like $21.68. So we had about a $15 and a 21. So that one is also a profit, which is absolutely insane. So the actually is good. I'm not saying it'll happen every time, but so far it looks like it's doing pretty nice. Now we can look at a short position. It says $25.93 go short, close at 19. So we have a short at 25, close at 19. It would have delivered and yielded some profits there on that occasion too. You can even see when it comes back down, it then signals go long. So you go long at $18, closed at $24. And again, that signifies so far some profit on this particular daily time frame. Now I do want to be honest with you. I want to try and find times where it hasn't made money. And actually, just looking at it, it looks like there was a time right here where it did not make money. It told us to go short here, $57, and the market completely flipped and just continued to go higher. So on that occasion, it would have been a loss. So $58, you can see here, it was a loss. It got wiped out, liquidated, trade didn't go through, and then we found a loss. So far, 5 trades, 4 wins, 1 loss, which isn't too bad. Isn't too bad at all. What about more recent times on the Solana price action? What's been happening recently? We've not had any daily chart signals flare up, but we have had a few successful wins here. You can see this short went in at $111. Long position, it told us to close the position at $152, which is great profit. You can see here, it flags up $167 short. We go short, we actually close that short at $141. So that's for Solana, and it's been doing quite well. Here we can see the Uniswap charts. What has it signified in recent times from the daily time frame? If I remove the indicator, that's how it looks. Pretty bland. If I add the indicator, it shows you. Here we can see TrendWave again. So you've got the top and bottom ribbons, green and red. And in recent times, yeah, it actually looks like it's been doing all right. You can see actually, honestly speaking, this long position here, it told us to go open on $8, is actually down 20% right now. But if we were to look at recent times before that, it told us to go short right here, and it closed a 31% trade, which is absolutely insane. If we look beforehand, it also told us to go long at $4.60, and then it pumped up all the way up here, 40%. Again, another nice successful trade there. So all of these trades can be done with exchanges such as Bitfinex, for example. We're on the futures trading side of things here. If we click futures, USDDCM, you can sign up to Bitfinex with a link down below in this video. If you're someone that wants to use a different exchange, there are more choices there. You might get some trading bonuses by doing so, and it's very easy to on-ramp fiat into the exchange with 0% fees, and you can begin trading. So for example, we're looking at Uniswap right here. Let's imagine we went long on Uniswap. We'd get the indicator, it tells us to go in $4.70. So we'd move over to here, we'd go to leverage, and of course you've got cross or isolated leverage. I personally prefer isolated. And what you can do is then change the leverage quantity. Of course, we want to be sensible. Don't use high leverage, guys. It's not always the best thing to do. So we're going to use a 3x leverage here. And what I would then do is, we're trading Uniswap. So I type in Uni, we're going to find Uniswap right here. And then of course the price is so different. But actually it's not that different at all. $6.40, we're literally at $6.40. But it told us to open at $4.79, okay? So obviously we can't do that right now, but what we would have done is just put some US dollars in here. We would have gone open that long position. And then when the price goes up, you would close your position in the trade, which is really easy to do. You could close it at market price, or you could close it on a limits price. But I prefer to be a maker and not a taker in most occasions. So far, TrendWave is looking like it can be quite accurate. How about for XRP in recent times? XRP would have been absolutely crazy. You would have made a lot of digital money, right? If you followed this particular one. The XRP short triggered at $3.14, and it told us to close, obviously where we had a liquidation grab, it told us to close right at the bottom. Now, realistically, no one would have done that, but we could also assume that XRP would have just dropped from $3.17 down to like $2.44 where it is now. So either way, it would have yielded 30% on a short position. Going back in time a little bit, if you were using TrendWave, April 2025 signaled a long position, would have closed it over here at $2.47. That's 26% profit there. So it is doing pretty good. And really just scanning through, it does look like it delivers so far, and from my own usage as well, using this indicator, it does actually provide more gains than losses that I have personally experienced. I'm not saying that will happen for you. It could be completely different. I am an advanced trader. I'm pretty intermediate, and I'm comfortable using these tools. I really just wanted to talk you through it and how simple it is to use. You can sign up to exchanges down below like Bitfinex. If you want to do your sort of futures, spot trading, that's completely up to you. And the link is also down below to x1wave.com if you want to check it out. Built by traders for traders, TrendWave is your go-to destination for advanced tools and strategies that align with real market conditions. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. Whilst you're there, in this video, check out the Discord down below, Jacob's Crypto Clan, and come say hi, guys. We're sharing our wins, we're sharing our trades, we're sharing our news, our setups, any alphas, and cool projects that are along the way in the crypto space. And yeah, the Patreon is also down below if you want to get the VIP alphas, be part of a private group, and have a wonderful time, hopefully in the crypto space. If you're new here, like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you soon. If you need more videos on this, instructions and things, happy to do it, of course. Just let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell. We'll see you very, very soon. Boost.